Right, okay, Sean, Katie, Sean. Few things. New season, new series.
Yep.
There's a bunch of stuff we need to watch, but frankly, this comes first because I want it to be redeemed. I want Game of Thrones to be redeemed. House of the Dragon. But firstly, if our uploads have been a bit sketchy lately, I've been all silly again. I've been in the hospital again. Been on the recovery. Nothing that I need to go into detail about. I had a rough Saturday, and
you've only really just been able to do anything, haven't you, today?
Today's the first day that I'm actually mobile. I still can't really move my right arm, but I'm mobile enough to react to stuff.
Just no serious reactions because
no, I can't do. This is me going. That's me with both hands going like this. But yeah, that's why our reactions have been a bit sketchy. But yeah, House of the Dragon, Dance of Dragons.
Yes.
Daemon, Matt Smith. Hopefully it's good. That guy, famous English actor, whose name I don't know. Him. Rhys Evans is also in it. Let's hope to God that this... Let's trigger some people. Let's hope to God that this is better than Season 8 of Game of Thrones. Because Season 8 was garbage. Terrible.
Yeah. I want it to be good because I want them to make more Game of Thrones stuff. There's so much source material to the point where they can make loads of series and movies and stuff where I'm just like...
But also in saying that, I fall on the fence of people who say George R.R. Martin absolutely owes the readers the end of his series. Because he likes to say he doesn't owe his readers anything. I fall on the side of the fence of yes, you absolutely do.
I'm just curious. I am really curious to know how he intended it for it to end.
Yeah, like he's not even. I think it's something like 16 chapters in, and his books are like 100 chapters long. And the last one came out in like 2005, and it's 2022, and he still hasn't done Winds of Winter, and it's. But yeah, I fall on the side that he does owe us the end. Because he also turns around and says that if he dies before it's finished, he doesn't want anyone to finish it. Which means potentially we could end up having no end at all.
It's a bit of a grim way of putting it, isn't it?
Yeah.
With 10 adult dragons under its yoke, no power in the world could stand against it.
This is already cool.
Reigned over nearly 60 years of peace and prosperity, but tragedy had claimed both his sons, leaving his succession in doubt.
Jaehaerys was the good king, wasn't he?
101, the old king called a great council thing that could tear down the House of the Dragon. Was itself.
Oh!
As far as introductions go, that was a really good one.
Oh yeah! Oh, it's gonna be flying! There's gonna be flying stuff. Oh. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of dragons in this.
Yeah.
You can't call it the House of the Dragon and not have a lot of dragons. Oh, good luck. They've got sticks. I really hope this is good. You know when you really want something to be good? I really want this to be good. So God knows the 8th season really balled up this world.
Ah, Rhaenyra.
Yeah, see, Rhaenyra.
Do you think Daemon is distracted?
Daemon.
And that his thoughts and energies are?
One would hope so, considering the child is...
Seems like a bit of a killjoy. Killjoy.
Is he not one of the ones that was next
The
to...
journey will take the better part of a week.
Yeah.
Before the games are over, my son will be
Like his child wasn't
born.
chosen.
The whole
so-
realm will celebrate. We have
His
no
child
way
wasn't
of
chosen.
predicting the sex.
No, it wasn't him that was chosen. It wasn't chosen. It was the last that wasn't chosen.
His wife, potentially, is what I was getting at.
There's a boy in
Maybe,
the Queen's
yeah.
belly.
You're always like this when you're worried.
I feel like this is the first episode or two of this is just going to be us trying to get the context right.
You're worried your father is about to overshadow you with a son. Rhaenyra!
She's quite impertinent. Good for her. I like the look of everything so far. Everything looks...
Is it healing?
It has grown slightly, Your Grace.
Got to get used to Game of Thrones as well, because Game of Thrones again is very... Oh no, it's not short, thank God for that. It's very bloody.
This is the only place I can find comfort these days.
Because... I swear... He doesn't have a son, and Daemon becomes the...
Daemon's his heir, but Rhaenyra...
And doesn't Daemon... He's got spawned of quite a lot of people. And he also wields...
Dark sister.
The watch, you stray mongrels.
Most of all, I hope this is good for Matt Smith. Because after Morbius, God, he needs something really good. He's such a good actor. So is the guy playing...
I like the fact it's the political aspect.
Yeah.
There hasn't been loads of violence or any crazy sex scenes. It's just...
Let's not be too quick, because by the looks of it, they're running down beating people up here.
But I'm sure, if I'm not mistaken, the whole reason that causes the issue is the fact that... God, he cut off his hand. Is that Daemon... It's between Daemon and Rhaenyra, both of them.
What did they do?
Oh, did he just cut off his... Oh.
Ah! He chopped his willy off!
Jeez.
What was it you were saying? It's not loads of blood and stuff.
It wasn't until...
I just saw a man's willy.
I'm sure
The prince
part
cannot
of the
be allowed to act
issue with
this kind of unchecked impunity.
Dance of Dragons was because of the issue of who was going to be the heir, Daemon or Rhaenyra.
Yeah, because
Carry on.
Westeros doesn't have a
saying
son.
something about my impunity.
It's actually got quite a lot of
Our
really good
city
actors
should be
in.
safe for all its people.
English actors as well.
I just hope you don't have to maim half of my city to achieve this.
Time will tell.
So does Viserys die? Is this thing in his back, is that going to cause him to die, do you think?
King's Landing has been in decline since my grandmother passed.
Imagine there must either be...
Do you remember the tournament in Game of Thrones? In the first season? Or something, he got a spelk in his neck.
A mystery.
I'm just I'm expecting...
A coal of the Stormlands.
Of course he's got to have black armour, a black steed. Look at his helmet.
And a red hair thing on the back of it.
Yeah, a mane.
Yeah.
Is there not a bit of a romance?
I was going to say, it
two?
kind of made it seem like, is he going to end up marrying her?
What are they?
His niece. I mean, it wasn't unheard of. Targaryens, was it?
Son of the hand of the king!
It's going to kill him.
Do you think he's going to kill him? No, surely not.
He's got a main streak in him. And they had a disagreement. And it's not completely preposterous for someone to die.
I know, but it's someone dying accidentally and deliberately.
He chopped a man's willy off. Oh!
God, he took out the horse. Oh, the poor horse.
Oh, so that's what he was after.
What?
Good luck, my prince.
She's his daughter. So it wasn't quite as nefarious as he wanted to kill his heir, but he wanted his daughter's favour. Which is a bit of a...
The infant is in breach, Your Grace. All attempts to turn the babe have failed.
Oh. Breach means bum first instead of head first. So the baby's in the wrong way, which usually leads to
a lot of blood.
Is a strong woman. She's
Usually lead to mothers dying, especially in this time.
Because it's all the blood, isn't it?
And the baby dying if it's not any complications happen.
As awful as it is, we know that he doesn't have a son. Interesting choice that is showing a birth at the same time as...
Because that's what the tournament is, isn't it? It's like the air, yeah.
Honor in the air, yeah.
And he's already announced that, hasn't he? So if...
Oh.
Jeez.
Christ.
Yeah.
Fair enough, kid. Fair enough.
Ooh, don't rip your nail off, girl.
Or to lose them both.
Yep.
There is a chance that we can save the child.
We'll have to
A technique is taught at the
cut her
Citadel,
open.
which involves cutting directly into the wound to free the infant. But the resulting blood loss...
7 house bells.
Oh, they're not going to show us that, are they? That's the last thing I
I mean,
need.
they're showing us all this. Oh,
I
that's like
know.
a bit of brain there.
As weird as it sounds, I'm alright seeing a dead man. But there's something about cesareans that just really just...
No,
give me
I
the
don't
icks.
like it either.
So do you think this is meant to be the sort of... It's celebrating
it's
the heir of the kingdom, and is this essentially saying, so the heir of the kingdom now is essentially him? Because...
But that's the thing, he's the heir until the king has a son. So... If this baby is born and it's not a son or the baby dies, then...
He's the heir, isn't he?
Oh my god.
I'm not squeamish, but there's just something about cesareans that I really...
Are they going to show us?
I admire-
I don't think I can handle it if
I
they show us.
admire any woman that can have a... I feel like that's necessary. That's something that's necessary to say. I admire any woman
Yeah.
that can go through something like that.
The difference now is, though, is that...
There's a lot more medicine and life-saving things. That, oh, God. Do not show me this.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, bless her. It's not even going to tell her.
Holding that down? Oh, Christ, they're just going to hold that down?
Oh,
Do not even think about showing me this. Ah!
oh my god.
Oh, God.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god.
Ah! Oh, Christ.
Show us as well.
Christ. Yes, go back to showing us willies getting chopped off.
God, he's like...
I just... See, I like it, and I like the look of everything, but it's another one of those things where I don't like the constant camera cuts. You know, in the action... Ah! In the action.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh, Christ! People might be saying I'm like, you know, I'm being a typical man here with birth and stuff, but
God, it's very like, I don't know.
yeah,
Do you get like sympathy pains? I'm like, ooh.
I'm a man, so I don't think I had sympathy pains with a man who had his willy chopped off earlier on, but I can't really sympathise with this woman. With this woman because, Christ alive, she's going through the wars. Thankfully, we've got things now that can I don't know what things, but that can...
Yeah, modern
medicine.
Medicine can help.
Is it the Baelon?
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, all the council are in a rush. But is the rumour passing around that the babe's alive? See, this is why times like the Wars of the Roses are so bloody interesting. It takes, you know, a fantasy setting for people to get interested in English history. This is essentially the Wars of the Roses.
We should have found out that our mother's died, isn't she?
Oh, yeah. Did the boy live? Did the... Oh, no, it didn't. And he made the He made the sacrifice, didn't he? He didn't. He didn't seem like, you know, he didn't seem like a terrible bloke. He didn't get the throne through sort of.
That's what I mean. He doesn't seem like a bad person. He seemed like he genuinely loved her.
And again, I might get loads of hate for it, but he does have to think about his lineage. He has to think about where the throne, the succession and whatnot.
Could destabilize the realm.
The realm? Or this council?
No one here can know what David would do were he king, but no one can doubt his ambition. Look at what he did with the gold cloaks.
I like stuff like
the
this.
City Watch is fiercely loyal to him. An army 2,000 strong.
An army you gave him, Otto. What are you saying? My brother would murder me. Take my crown. Are you? Please.
Oh, he's listening. He's listening.
Oh, I love stuff like this.
But not for the throne.
100 years of it by naming a girl
Yeah.
heir.
Damon would be a second
girl.
Maegor, or worse. He is impulsive
Second
and violent.
Maegor.
It is the duty of this council to protect the king and the realm from him.
How can we
My
expect the
wife
realm?
and son are dead!
I know. It hasn't
I
even
will
been.
not sit here and suffer crows that come to feast on their corpses!
Hasn't even had time to grieve, has he? Is this what sort of?
I mean, it's horrible to say, but a solution could also be just to marry Daemon and Rhaenyra.
Yeah, that's like
Which
when
exactly,
they said,
which could very well happen.
when they said there is another solution, I was like,
marry them.
Yeah. Is that not what happens?
That would. I mean, uncles did marry, the
Yeah,
nieces.
but is that not what happens?
I don't know if that actually happens, but
I love stuff like that. I love stuff like that. I love political stuff like that.
I wouldn't know what to say.
It's not that. He'll be glad of a visitor.
why? Why is he sending? Why?
Yeah, that's weird.
Why is he sending his daughter to?
You might wear one of your mother's dresses.
What?
What is happening?
Hightower's not trying to set his daughter up with the king, is he?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
When my mother died, people only ever spoke to me in riddles.
as if the queen and like the heir just died, and everyone's like, oh yeah, but you're the heir, yay!
Before we begin, Your Grace, I have a report I feel compelled to share. Styling him the heir for a day.
You cut the image of the conqueror, brother.
Did you say it?
I don't know what you mean.
Banish
You will
him or
address
something.
me as your grace, or I will have my Kingsguard cut out your tongue.
And the blood of the dragon runs thick.
Then why do you cut me so deep?
I've only ever spoken the truth. I see Otto Hightower for what he is.
An unwavering and loyal
A
hand.
cunt! A second son who stands to inherit nothing he doesn't seize for himself.
Otto Hightower is a more honorable man than you could ever be.
He doesn't protect you. I would.
From what?
Yourself. I'm your heir.
Not anymore.
Ooh.
You are to return to Runestone. Your
He didn't tell him who the heir was, though, did he?
No.
You probably know though, won't you? Will he not just assume? He also overheard the council talking, wouldn't he? So you'd have just assumed it was Rhaenyra.
Cut himself again.
I like the fact it's
Cut.
doing that. There was a king that cut his own wrists on the Iron Throne, wasn't there?
That was the legend. He either cut his own wrists on it, or the throne came alive and killed him.
Sis Rhaenyra,
Oh, she won't be happy, will she?
I pledge fealty to them, and shall defend them against all enemies in good faith and
It says
without
Caraxes.
I swear this by the old gods and
He might actually be the king that dies on the throne.
I.
I like how they've got like Saddles.
You hereby name Rhaenyra Targaryen, Princess of Dragonstone.
10. Do-do-do. Yeah, not bad. No, good start.
I know you didn't like that little.
I didn't. Yeah,
reference.
I do. Yeah, I liked that. There's a secret that's been passed on from king to king. I like that.
Yeah.
But the tie into Game of Thrones and.
Thing is, though, you don't know because that's not, as far as I'm aware, that's never been referenced in the books. But you don't know if that's something that George R. R. Martin said. Okay, actually, is supposed to be in there. That was was happening.
But even in that case, it's kind of like, well, why would you do that? Because when that actually came, there wasn't a Targaryen on the Iron Throne, and they still won.
That's the point. Well, technically, there was. Well, yeah. I guess you could argue
Cersei
Daenerys and Jon Snow were leading it, therefore they kind of.
Cersei was on the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
And also the big, scary, horrific, evil doom and gloom that came was killed quite easily.
Okay, let's not talk about season 8 of Game of Thrones.
But to me, the only reason I'm saying it like that is because to me, with this, the best thing they can do is just distance themselves from Game of Thrones. Make a show that's fundamentally its own story, its own characters. If that's the only nod that they do to that, then I'm fine with that. Because apart from that, I really enjoyed it. I liked the political side of it. I liked being back trying to figure out who everyone is and everyone's more.
The difficult thing is, though, at this point it's different because all the houses aren't there, if that makes sense. Like, obviously the Starks are still there, the Targaryens, but then you've got like Hightower, who you didn't see in Game of Thrones. You've got Valerians, yeah. It's just, I mean, there's probably gonna be more of them. The Baratheons are there, but didn't mention the Lannisters or the Tyrells if they've even got Highgarden yet.
The Dornish, they're probably still the Martells. They'll still be the Martells, won't they?
Probably, yeah.
I liked how human everyone seemed as well. All the characters actually seemed human. Remember, like the last 2 or 3 seasons of Game of Thrones, no one was human because they all just talked like idiots. And there's a few that seemed a bit sort of silly, but that Corlys Valerian seemed cool. Otto Hightower seems like a. Careful, don't put that down. Seems like a character who he knows stuff. He's clever, but he's also really flawed.
He's really weird as well. The whole thing with his daughter, sending his daughter to the king, was kind of like, are you trying to? Because it's like it's gross. But his daughter's young. What if she was to go and marry the king, become the new queen, and they have she gives him a male heir? It's like it's horrible as that is. It could happen, and if that's the case, then it'd be an even bigger issue because then it's like there's a male heir, but he's already named Rhaenyra the heir. But then you've got Daemon who was like, well, I was the first heir.
Yeah.
Then there are 3 heirs.
So this isn't the Blackfire Rebellion. It's not the Blackfire Rebellion. It's the Dance of Dragons, which is different. It's different to the Blackfire Rebellion. And you can see where the Civil War is going to sort of come from.
Yeah. You could kind of see, couldn't you, the people that were kind of like,
yeah,
should I really be bowing to this girl? Kind of thing, where they were like, I don't really want to.
Because there are those who are sort of on Daemon's side in that he has turned the Gold Cloaks into an army of, law enforcing murderers, essentially, mercenaries and stuff who are, chopping people's willies off and whatnot. But at the end of the day,
they were
criminals
who were waiting to be sentenced. So
the people who are breaking the law.
As far as deterrence goes, well, that's probably like a big one.
Yeah.
It's horrible, but like if you were there in the street and you saw someone getting his penis cut off, you'd be like, maybe don't do what he did.
Yeah. But it's also I also liked how it started off with Viserys defending Daemon, and essentially putting it in Hightower's court, basically by saying, you made him this, you made him that, you made him this, and it didn't work. And You know, we made him this, and fair enough, he's a bit brutal, but he's achieving something. Because the main sort of friction seems to be between the Hand of the King and
Daemon.
The
thing is with I thought with Hightower as well, he kind of strikes me as a bit of like a Littlefinger, or like maybe like a Varys kind of, not quite as like smart, although we haven't really seen much of him, in the sense that he's kind of like, he's placing little pieces and you're kind of like, okay, you can see where that's going to affect it. It's like whole thing sending his daughter in, I still can't believe that happened. That was a bit weird. And if that is his intention is to get Viserys to marry his daughter, then
I wasn't even that pure-hearted. I just assumed he was essentially whoring his daughter out to the king.
Yeah.
Which is even worse. But the positive side of me wants to hope that he just sent her in there to be a nice friendly face, to say some nice things to him and cheer him up. But I've got to remember, this is also Game of Thrones.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh well, you know, she's like grown up there, probably is like, you know, growing up alongside his daughter. He probably knows her.
But in the same this is Game of Thrones. Yeah.
And chances are he could have been trying to
set his
daughter up with the king.
Yeah.
Which would very well happen.
But yeah, I'm excited. I like this new plethora of characters. I like Matt Smith.
Yeah.
I like his character. It might actually be Viserys who dies on the throne, because there is a king who dies. There's two versions of his story. One is that he kills himself on the throne, and the other one is that the throne comes alive and kills him.
Which I don't.
He's just found with a sword in both his wrists and a sword in the back of his throat. So is it that he's killed, or is that he kills himself?
I mean, he is cutting himself on the throne a lot, isn't he? And he has got that cut on the back of his back.
Yeah. Oh, this is exciting stuff. It's good to be excited about Game of Thrones.
Definitely a good start.
I hope it doesn't do anything stupid like kill off the main bad guy really easily. And then have the main good guy turn bad for no reason at all. So that was us reacting to the House of the Dragon episode 1. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Tell us some stuff. Try not to spoil it. Because I have read Fire and Blood. But I read it years ago. Like the video, subscribe, ding the bell to be notified when we upload. We upload every day. Anything else you want to say?
Is this going to be 10 episodes? Are they doing this? Are they doing the same 10 episode thing?
I don't know. You would think if they're not going to be marks, it would be 10 episodes. They're going to go back to the format that Game of Thrones was good at.
Yeah.
When it was good. Episodes is 10.
10 episodes.
10 episodes. Good. That's 10 weeks. What was that? Yeah. Anything else? Did you already say it? Thank you for watching.
I need to know.